My name is Margaret Hale, and for most of my life, I believed love meant sacrifice. I believed that if you give enough, forgive enough, and stay silent enough, people will eventually love you back. I was wrong, very wrong. The day my illusions shattered began like any other ordinary morning. I was standing in my kitchen, holding my phone, my hands slightly shaking as I dialed my son Daniel's number. I was calling to ask about his wedding, not because I wanted control, not because I wanted attention. I just wanted to know when it would happen, so I could be there. The phone rang. But before Daniel could answer, his wife, Emma, looked straight at me and said, with a calm smile that froze my blood, "Oh, we already got married yesterday. We only invited special people." Special people. The words echoed in my head like a gunshot. I stood there silent, while Daniel avoided my eyes. Emma sat down comfortably on the couch I had bought, and crossed her legs as if nothing had happened. For 3 years, I had paid their rent. For 3 years, I had filled their fridge. For 3 years, I had lived on a tight budget so they could live comfortably. And yet, I was not special. That night, I opened my closet. Inside hung a soft blue dress I had bought for the wedding, still with the tag on. I had imagined standing next to my son, smiling for photos, feeling proud. Instead, I stood alone, holding fabric that would never be worn. I had even saved $1,200 as a wedding gift, money I had set aside from my pension. All of it meant nothing. 7 days later, my phone rang. It was Emma. Her voice was different now, shaky, urgent. "Margaret, the rent is overdue. The landlord says we'll be evicted if we don't pay this week. You forgot to send the money." I closed my eyes. I remembered skipping meals, canceling doctor appointments, giving and giving and giving. Then I said calmly, "Emma, didn't I tell you? I only help special people." Silence. Pure, heavy silence. That night I cried. Not soft tears, angry tears. I cried for the woman I had erased, for the mother who confused love with money, for the years I would never get back. The next morning I looked into the mirror. Same wrinkles, same tired face. But something inside me was different. I was done begging for love. I sat at my table and calculated everything. Rent, $18,000. Groceries, $7,000. Furniture repairs, $4,200. Emergencies, $3,600. Total, $32,800. I had spent nearly $33,000 buying my own invisibility. The moment I canceled the automatic bank transfers, my phone exploded. Calls, texts, voicemails. Daniel, Emma, Daniel again. And I answered none. That afternoon, I went for a walk, just for me. It felt revolutionary. When I returned home, my blood ran cold. Cars were parked outside. Lights were on inside my house. They had keys. Inside, I found Daniel, Emma, and a man in a suit, a lawyer. "We're worried about your mental health," Daniel said. "We think you need help managing your finances." That's when I understood. They didn't want reconciliation. They wanted control. They wanted to declare me incompetent. I stood straight and said, "Get out of my house," Emma cried. Daniel shouted. The lawyer threatened. But for the first time, I did not bend. I hired my own attorney. He had a name for what they did. Elder financial abuse. We documented everything, every transfer, every message, every threat. When Daniel and Emma filed a lawsuit to declare me mentally unfit, I was terrified. But I was ready. In court, Emma cried dramatically. Daniel claimed he loved me. Then the facts came out. The money, the lies, the manipulation. The psychiatrist confirmed I was perfectly sane. The judge looked at my son and said, "This case is not about concern. It is about greed." Case dismissed. I won. But more importantly, I was free. I sold my house, moved to a small, bright apartment, traveled, painted again. I donated money to help other elderly women escape abuse. Daniel never called again. And that was okay. Loneliness with dignity is better than love that costs your soul. If someone only loves you when you give, they don't love you. They love what you provide. Final words. I am Margaret. I am 72 years old. And I finally learned that the most important person I must protect is myself. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe. Write in the comments what you would have done in my place. More real-life stories are waiting for you. With heartfelt greetings. Until next time.